Mauricio Mejia Live. Entertainment guru, Silicon Valley entrepreneur, author, and speaker. It's Mauricio Mejia Live. Bringing to you real people, real day-to-day life experiences, and real business opportunities. If you dare to step up. Do you have what it takes to take it to the next level and become who you are truly destined to become? Decide, commit, execute. Join the thousands of viewers around the world and become a part of the conversation. Mauricio Mejia Live.
Oh, yes. We are back. We are broadcasting live here in downtown San Jose. I want to welcome everyone. I am back a little late, but better late than never. My name is Mauricio Mejia. This is season 2. We're episode number 1. And I want to welcome everyone that's joining me tonight. I'm super excited to be back. We're supposed to start back in January, but we had a little false start. For those of you that know that I'm a big believer coming in strong, and January 5th, I kind of tripped over myself and my appendix, not literally, but my appendix burst and ended up in the hospital and had an emergency surgery, and thank God I'm here, but we'll talk about that later. I want to welcome everyone. Again, happy 2021. It's been a crazy start already, and we're going to talk about 2020, wrap up that whole crazy year that we had that feels like it was a blur. But again, I want to welcome everyone to Mauricio Mejia Live. This is season 2, episode 1. Every Wednesday, we've started at a new time now. I brought it down an hour earlier so that we can capture a bigger audience. We had such big demand, and one of the biggest things that we were getting feedback was especially on the East Coast and some people from around the world that were watching, was how can, even an hour difference helped out. So we're broadcasting live from downtown San Jose, our brand new headquarters. We're still not done with the studio. So right now you're seeing us still in transition. So you're going to see us as we grow. You're going to see all the different developments. But so we're 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Live on Facebook and YouTube, so we're super excited. We're also working on other platforms that we're going to be hopefully doing some partnerships and doing some great things in the near future. So today, again, broadcasting live from our new studio in downtown San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley. So I'm super excited to be here. We have a great season planned. We're going to be talking about business ventures, real estate ventures, political climate, what we're kind of going through now. The stocks, finally, I decided to dive into stocks and doing the cryptocurrency. So I'm now in the game. Sometimes, you just have to dive in, take baby steps. Don't just dive in and follow the, make sure that you're educated and you're well versed and that you have a good mentor. So we're going to talk about that as well. So we're stocks, cryptocurrency, entertainment, and trust me, we got a lot more coming up. So I've been asked why do I do what I do, and I do it because one, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a child, literally 15 years old. Started my first business, and ever since then I never looked back. Working for other people has always been very difficult for me. In my lifetime, I can count on one hand. I've had 2 jobs, literally. Where it was one of those where I worked for somebody else and took orders from other people, and luckily for me, they were at a very young age, and that's where I really realized that working for others was just not going to work for me. So I had to create and invent the opportunities. So again, I'm here to provide information for those that want to be entrepreneurs on how to start your business and stay motivated even during these difficult times like now. I mean, how many of you have started a business prior to COVID, and all of a sudden, shit hit the fan, and you're like, whoa, what happened here? I mean, literally, we came in on the New Year's, and who would thought that 3 months into 2020, the world would turn upside down and go through what we've been going through for the last now 11, it's going to be almost a year that we've been dealing with this, the quarantining, staying in place, and seeing the massive devastation of what has happened. Not just here in the U.S., California, but around the world. So definitely there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be covering in this season. and I'm looking forward to bringing some of the guests that we've been working on. So, again, want to stay focused here on what we're doing, and if you're really interested in having that discussion with me, talking about business or some type of business opportunity, feel free to contact me directly. You can drop me a message on Facebook or leave a comment on the YouTube. But either way, I'm here. Let's make it happen. I'm excited to be back. And I missed everybody. It just was timing. And last year, after 30 episodes, I mean, we had an amazing run, 30 episodes. And I just felt that with all the different transitions, the holidays in the way, I just felt that it was time that we ended on a big hit. And Damian Trujillo was the last guest that we had on the show. And he definitely blew it off the charts. And we ended the season great. This year, this season, we're taking it to a whole different level. So I'm super excited about that. So let's get started. Today, there is no guest. Today, it's about me. We're going to talk about, and I'm going to interact with the audience, people that are out there. If you have any questions, make sure to jump in, drop a comment, and I'll be definitely, if I don't get to you, I'm not ignoring you. It's just we got to keep the show going. So today, I'm going to have a bunch of different topics that I want to hit, and really the first topic that I want to talk about is wrapping up 2020. I know it's February, but it just felt like January just blew right through us, and for me, wrapping up 2020 was important because, being an entrepreneur and being in business, you never want to look back. You always want to look forward, and even though 2020 was just like traumatic for a lot of people, a lot of people lost their businesses. A lot of people lost their lives, and rest in peace to all those that suffered and families that are going through their losses because of this serious and real disease. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is people that have passed away because of this coronavirus, and we definitely got to do our part. Whether you want to believe it or not, we need to do our part to contribute. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Take care of your hygiene a lot more. Pay more attention to it, so that way, again, it's just the world is crazy. We're exposed to so much stuff on this planet that we got to make sure that we do our part. So, for me, wrapping up 2020, being that it was such a crazy amount of just chaos going around us, we had to start paying attention to our finances. We had to start paying attention to people that we were around, things that just really were affecting us directly, all of us across the board, and we had to start making some decisions on what we're going to do. So 2020 for me was man, I just wanted to put this thing behind. I wanted to be optimistic and look forward that nothing is forever, and that we will overcome these tough times, and that there's going to be greater times and better times ahead, just by being optimistic, being positive, and staying focused on the positive things and not getting sucked up into the media. I gotta say, I got a lot of friends from different parts of the world, different parts with different beliefs. During my social media, during this craziness, I had a lot of friends that are Republicans. I have a lot of friends that are Democrats. I just saw the division amongst everyone's different belief. At the end, I would always tell people on my feed, you guys are more than welcome to leave a comment. Be respectful to one another, because at the end of the day, we're all here together, and we all have to live together, and we have to find ways to be able to be around each other peacefully. So, it was just crazy to see it, and I respect everyone's view. I don't have to believe in it, but at the same time, I just ask that everyone be respectful to each other, because there's enough craziness in the world. We don't need any more. So 2020 for me, put all the things behind, started to really refocus, and November, December for me, those of you that know me, I've always believed that New Year's for me always started November 1st. So I always wanted to be ahead of the game versus January 1st being that's the beginning of the new year for me. No, I always look back where I always started earlier, so that when people would get over what I call the holiday hangovers, I was already ahead of the game. So by the time people get, which I think holiday hangovers last till February, March, when everyone starts to realize how much they spent over the holidays, they start to realize, oh man, I gotta really refocus. I'm already focused and I'm ahead of the game. So I was already planning to wrap up the 2020 and then catapult into 2021. Crazy because we have no control of what comes our way. And for me, January 5th, I started my gym. I came in hot. I'm training. For those of you know that I'm training. I'm into the boxing right now. I'm looking at not because I want to get into the ring and go fight, but it's just a great exercise. It's a great focus. It's a great place for me to give off some steam and really just start off my day on the right note. I got to give a thank you to my trainer and friend, Ruben Guerrero. Actually, we're family. Ruben Guerrero down at Pound for Pound down in Gilroy. You might know his brother, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. So it feels good to be training in the same ring that a world champion has trained in. It just feels good. It makes you feel like you're actually in the ring where you can feel the spirit of a champion and be around that energy and be able to absorb it. So it was feeling good. So on Monday, I come off strong, and on Tuesday morning, I'm up 5:30 in the morning. I'm at the gym, and I start feeling a pain early in the morning in my stomach, and it just felt like maybe I had eaten something that was bothering me. And throughout my workout, I was telling my trainer, I was like, man, my stomach doesn't feel right. He goes, are you okay? And I thought maybe I had gotten food poison from something that I had eaten the night before. And lo and behold, by noontime, my pain was so bad that I'm like, man, I probably need to get to a doctor. So I called my friend and I said, hey, I'm gonna need your help. I think I need you to take me to the hospital. And she wasn't available till about probably after 3 o'clock. So I waited. By the time I got to the hospital, and again during these crazy times, you can't just walk in with people. They just drop you off curbside and you got to go and you're on your own. 3:30, I walk in, emergency here in San Jose. And they can't just take me in. There was a long wait. 3 hours I waited, and excruciating pain. I mean, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. Well, maybe, but it was the worst pain. 3 hours. I'm waiting, and finally they admit me. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and they run me through a CAT scan, and the doctor comes out. And he says, your appendix has started to leak. Basically, it's bursted. And it started to leak, so we need to take you into surgery right away. First thing that goes through my mind is surgery. I'm thinking, like, I've never had a surgery in my life other than my wisdom teeth pulled out, and that I don't consider it a serious surgery. But surgery, and they bring out the forms, and they start having me sign basically my life away. And the crazy part that during that moment, they're so backed up. The surgeon comes in and he says, hey, we don't have any beds available until 12:30. Now it's about 7:30 that we're going through all this process after they've already diagnosed me. And you figure that it's an emergency surgery. They can do it right away. They're like, we don't have a surgery bed available till probably 12:30 at night. Doctor goes up and comes back down, and they start trying to figure out where to transport me because now it's busted. It's getting serious. My body's getting poisoned by whatever's leaking out of my appendix, and I'm turning yellow. I mean, all I know is that at that point they inject me with some morphine, and next thing you know, I'm flying, but it's still painful. Next thing, the doctor comes back down and he says to me, he goes, son, literally, son. Someone is watching over you, he says, because there's a bed available in the next 30 minutes, and we're going to get you prepped up for surgery. For me, it was just God watching over me and protecting me and just keeping the blessings coming towards me. So I thank him. I thank the universe for just, again, looking over me. And boom, next thing I know, I'm in surgery. So when I go through that process, I come out, I'm just realizing, man, something to definitely think about. I come out of surgery, and the doctors tell me that, hey, surgery's done, we're good. Now you just have to go through the recovery process. And for that moment, all I could think about is I have a company that I'm running. I have hundreds of employees and people that are depending on this company that provides for them and their families. We're during these crazy times, so I'm not even thinking about myself. Right out the gate, I start thinking about people and their well-being and their families. So it gave me a really a lot to reflect while I was laying in my room at the hospital, just to really think and reflect on this tragedy that I felt had happened to me. Because again, we don't know what tomorrow has for us, and next thing you know, things happen. So while I'm there, reflecting on my life and dealing with this setback, I start to really think about the importance of things that, and start really to categorize this, because not only are we going through this quarantine and we're going through COVID, and just the world is so upside down, just what we're so accustomed to for so many years is not our normal life right now. I started to really slow down even more, and really started to reflect on where life was at, and where things were going, and what I wanted to do, and what am I going to do, and the amount of pace and energy and things that I had going for myself and for those around me. Because those of you that know me, or those of you that worked with me or have done business ventures with me, know there's no excuse with me. It's full throttle, pedal to the metal. It's either jump on board or get out of the way, because we're going to come and smash, and we're going to basically run over you if you're just in our way. So it gives me the moments to really reflect on life and dealing with this, and really just says to me, okay, what's important? And really what I started to reflect on was, my family's important, my children are important, and what can I really do to make a bigger impact, not only for our community, but for my own children and my own family. And life just started really just coming to me. And I started to be a lot more grateful. I knew that I've been grateful and thankful for all the great things that I've experienced, and even the bad things that have happened, because you learn from the bad and the failures, and just really embraced it all, and really just started to think, this is what it is to have a successful mindset, a strong mindset, and that's important. For those of you out there that are in high-level executive positions, for those of you that are running your business, work with others, work in teams, it's the mindset. People ask, what does it take to be successful? It takes a strong mindset. It takes dedication. It takes hard work. Those that think that it's going to come overnight, they're really fooling themselves, and that's the truth. You got to really be engaged and really love and appreciate what you're doing in your life. So, strong mindset. There's a lot of great people that are doing their lives, their podcasts. One of my favorites is Joe Rogan, and that's who I've modeled my show after. I love the way he does and the way he presents and the way he interacts. If we didn't have this social distancing, or we were in a different time, I'd have my setup staged just like him. Bring in the guest and have these conversations, and I'll get there. I will. And but it's just going to take time as we adapt to our current times. But having a strong mindset in what you do and a dedication will give successful and great results. You just got to stay consistent. So, and those of you that know, again, my work ethic, I'll outwork anyone. When we get into a competition, I will outwork and I will outpatient anyone, because that's how competitive I am, and that's just how much I love the game. So again, strong mindset. And one of my other points here, through these difficult times, keeping a balance between career, business, health, and wellness. Well, career, whether you have a job or you're a business owner, you got to have a balance. Bottom line is, we always come and think we got to keep working, and then next thing you know, you're just going in circles and you're tightening up, and you're not paying attention to your health and your wellness. If you don't have good health, you're not going to be productive in business. You're just going to continue to keep going in circles. And what do I mean by balance? Take time off. I mean, sometimes when things aren't going the way, just take a step out of take yourself out of what the current situation is. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Go for a bike ride. Go for a drive. I mean, for me, last year I started to. I don't want to say that I started like I've been doing it more than once, but my friend Joe Velasco invited me to go mountain bike riding. Never been mountain bike riding in my life. My first try, 30 miles. There was points where we were doing about 30 miles an hour coming down some crazy hill. And that was an experience in itself. And not only that, but going through the wilderness, going through these mountains, really gave me a different perspective. I've only driven through mountains. I've never been in the mountains or in the woods. And it just really gives you a different perspective of even being out in nature. So that's part of the balance. Wellness, well, diet, working out. Even though that we're not spoiled right now that we can go to the gym whenever we want and work out. Find something to keep yourself healthy. Working out, doing some cardios. I've seen so many people right now that have built personal gyms that I hope that when the gyms open, they continue to keep their gyms and not give up on that investment, because that definitely must have been an expensive investment to build your own personal gym at home. So, and wellness included drinking a lot of water. For those of you know that for the last couple of months, actually since last year, I was doing juices. I had a great mentee that. Business owner Elizabeth Diaz, who owns Juicalize. I was doing juicing with her company, and we want to wish her a lot of success in her business. She's doing very well for herself. So, continue to do what you're doing. You're gonna do amazing as long as you stay consistent. So, juicing, and again, just eating healthy and eating cleaner. Every once in a while you got to indulge and treat yourself to something out of the norm, but don't do it too often, because then. Just like anything, everything in moderation, nothing in excess. That way it helps keep your balance in, you don't deprive yourself of having some fun sometimes. All of this, just if you don't balance it, or if you have your failures and all this, you got to remember that we all have failures, but giving up is not an option. Again, if you really think about that, we will all have failures, but giving up is not an option. You got to really think about that and really take it to heart. We got this quote while we were writing the show today. President Joe Biden said this. We will have failures, meaning that bringing the people together, there's gonna be some failures, but giving up is not an option. And that's the spirit of being an entrepreneur. That's a spirit of being a human being. That's the spirit of being a person that's very competitive, that'll never give up, and that will honestly keep pushing no matter what. And really, that's why I do what I do, and that's why I decided that after my 30 episodes from last season, doing it again this year, we're going to take it to a whole different level. The kind of guests that we're going to be bringing on this show live gets me fired up and gets me excited, because we're going to take it to a whole different level. We just talked to a mayor of I won't even give up the cities because I want to keep it exciting. But from a large city, council members from large cities, we got real estate titans that we're going to have on our show. Some financial planning to really start thinking about your financial planning and thinking about your future, not only for yourself but for your family. We're going to be covering politics. We already covered that. We're going to be bringing in some Silicon Valley titans, tech titans on the show. And of course, those that know me very well and know my background, you can never forget entertainment. I am an entertainment guru. I did entertainment, concerts, nightclubs, bars, lounges, hotels, pool parties, restaurants, you name it. I mastered that skill set, and I'm going to definitely be bringing in some talent, some beasts that are going to be able to break down how they've survived and what they're doing now, whether they're in the concert business, in the restaurant business, in the bar and lounge businesses, because you'll be surprised. People got creative and they made things happen. So again, I'm looking forward to being back, sharing my stories, and really just taking on the questions and really talking about some hot topics that are going to be important for us to keep moving forward. So with that said, I want to do a couple of shout outs here. I see people that are been posting. Maria Sid in the house. Thank you for always being a great supporter. Jake Lustig, one of my good friends from back in the day, a tequila connoisseur. You definitely have had an impact in my life, my brother. So I want to thank those, and there's a couple other ones here that are jumping on and commenting. I want to say thank you so much for that. Also, don't forget, I have 2 books that I published on Amazon, I want to say thank you to Shireen, who helped me publish my Smoke and Mirrors. We put that book together, so you can still find copies of that on Amazon. And then my second book, which I worked with Kristen Andress. Kristen and I had the privilege to meet her when I was working with Stedman Graham, and we wrote my business book, Decide, Commit, Execute. So very excited again to be back here to share my time with you guys, and really take 2021 by the horns and really ride this one out, because this is the setup to the setup. We're basically 2021. We really got to get things leveled out and really get reorganized to the T. Cut out all the excess dead weight that's around us, whether it's friends, families, and sometimes those are the hardest decisions. Things that we don't need. We need to really just pack light and roll, because 2021 is gonna, we're not coming out of this pandemic anytime soon. And by the time we come out of it, you're looking at, we're going to be closer to 2022, and 2022 is definitely, which I've been saying this since all this craziness started. We're gonna relive or live a version of the Roaring 20s 100 years ago, and we're gonna be doing the Roaring 20s, where you're gonna see people's spirits just come out and just really, just wake up. People are having awakenings already. And we're really going to definitely change the world is changing at a very, very crazy pace. I mean, just look at what happened last week with the new group, the Reddit group, and the Wall Street Bets. I mean, you're talking about, and I'm going to probably date myself here, but back in the day, there was in the late 80s, there was the movie Revenge of the Nerds. We're reliving a version of Revenge of the Nerds all over again, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it like in a great way. I am on Team Nerds, man. I'm all the way, because you know what? It's a way to turn around and for all the people that have been getting screwed by a system. I don't want to say the system, but a system where the only a certain group can play in the game. Well, the power in numbers, or the numbers in power, but yeah, the power in numbers really showed an effect on Wall Street, and they got a little taste of their own medicine. So that was part of what some of the things that reinforced my decision in going into the stock market. And I got some amazing stocks that I got to pick. I got a young prodigy that's going to be on my show. That's going to we're going to finalize our deal. I'm actually driving out this week to go meet with him and his mom. Yeah, when I say him and his mom, you can just imagine already that I have to have mom's consent. So he's under 18, and he's already a stock prodigy, and he's calling some pretty amazing calls on that. And then I got a mentor in the cryptocurrency world, and amazing human being. And I'm looking forward to see, so far my stocks are up, and so far my cryptocurrency is up. So I'm winning already. So again, surround yourself with good people. Get some great mentors in a space that you want to be, and I promise you that things will work out, and you will be successful. So I'm not going to do the normal 1 hour show today. I just want to let everyone know that I'm back. I'm healthy, thank God. I'm ready to take the bull by the horns. I've always been ready. This is just a different season, a different time. So we're ready to take some action here. Look forward to hearing from everyone. I need everyone to please, drop some subject matters or things that you guys want to talk about, so that I can bring them onto the show. This show is not just about me; it's about you guys and giving back, and really just taking it to the next level. So, with that said, I want to thank everyone that joined me and this evening, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. 2021 season number 2, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East. I got an amazing team that I'm very excited to continue to be working with. My family, Alex Mejia, Fresca, I love you if you're listening. You do amazing voiceovers. My production team, Imaging, John Serrato, and a good friend of mine, and has been a mentor and has taught me to always work hard in production, St. John. And then to one of my boys, Drex Lee, who is an amazing, he's an inspiration to me in the sense that his commitment and to his hard work in filmmaking has just been amazing. So I'm very excited again to be back and spending my Wednesday evenings with you guys talking about business, entrepreneurship, making money. I always talk about the millionaire mindset and what does it take, to make that million. And for some of you have seen the poster that we created in our office. It's $1 million a year equals to $33,333 a month. That's $19,230 a week, $2,739 a day. And that's what it takes to be a millionaire if that's what you want to do. So you got to work your ass off. Dreams don't work unless you do. And that's the bottom line. So again, I want to thank everyone. This is just the beginning. Mauricio Mejia live every Wednesday, season number 2. Get ready, because the talent and the people that we're going to be sharing their experiences on this show is going to go to a whole different level. So thank you again, everyone, for joining me tonight. And I look forward to seeing everyone next week.